This video is about the course titled English 4 Literature and Writing. English 4 Literature and Writing is a college prep level English course that satisfies the graduation requirements for the Sequoia Union High School District and also meets the A through G requirements needed to attend a college in the UC or California State University system. In this class, you will be studying a variety of different literature and ideas from around the world and developing your ability to write and speak powerfully in the English language. So what the heck is English 4 all about? Let's find out. So, what type of literature is covered in English 4? The English 4 course is comprised of a wide range of literature from around the world covering a variety of different topics. The course covers the following genres of literature: novels, short stories, plays, nonfiction, poetry, and philosophy. Okay, that's great to know, but can you be more specific with what is actually read in English 4? Sure. The novels read in English 4 vary by teacher. Let's take a look at some of the literature that is read and what each is about in order to give you an idea of how diverse the literature covered in the course is. The Things They Carried by Tim O'Brien is a novel comprised of several short stories about a platoon of U.S. soldiers fighting in the Vietnam War. It is based on many true stories from O'Brien's time serving in the war, and is one of the most powerful modern novels about war, told from the perspective of the men who fight in them. The Stranger by Albert Camus is a short novel based on the philosophies of existentialism and absurdism about a man who seems to have no feelings or emotions at all, and who commits a crime and goes on trial for it. As the trial begins and continues, we start to wonder if he is on trial for who he is rather than the crime he committed. The novel is brilliantly written and will have you questioning your own personal philosophy, as well as the philosophy of the narrator. Black Boy by Richard Wright is a searing autobiographical novel detailing Wright's life growing up as a black man in early 20th century Mississippi during the time of Jim Crow. It was one of the first novels ever to bluntly deal with the psychological effects of racism and oppression experienced by black Americans, and although written in 1945, Wright's insights and observations about race relations in America are as relevant today as ever. The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho follows the journey of Santiago, a young Spanish shepherd boy who has a recurring dream. He goes to an old gypsy woman who interprets the dream as a prophecy telling the boy he will discover a treasure at the Egyptian pyramids, and must travel there to find it. The novel follows Santiago on his mystical journey where he learns about life, love, and about himself. Siddhartha by Hermann Hesse is about one man's quest for spiritual enlightenment. The main character, Siddhartha, is after the very essence of what we are all after in life: happiness. And through his journey, he comes to find that true happiness can only come from a deep understanding of our place on this planet. Oedipus the King by Sophocles is an ancient Greek play that asks the age-old question, do we have free will, or are our lives predetermined at birth and left up to fate? Sophocles takes a look at this question through the tragic myth of Oedipus, the king of Thebes, who as a teenager was told by an oracle that he was destined to kill his father and marry his mother and have children with her. Frightened of this prophecy, he runs away only to unknowingly fulfill the prophecy in the process, prompting us to ask ourselves, are we actually in control of our destiny, or is our destiny in control of us? In The Hate U Give by Angie Thomas, the protagonist, Star Carter, is constantly switching between two worlds: the poor, mostly black neighborhood where she lives, and the wealthy, mostly white prep school that she attends. The uneasy balance between these worlds is soon shattered when she witnesses the fatal shooting of her childhood best friend at the hands of a police officer. Facing pressure from all sides of the community, Star must find her voice and decide to stand up for what's right. This is a very powerful, timely novel that bluntly addresses present-day issues and the complexities that accompany them. Mitch Albom's The 5 People You Meet in Heaven is about an 83-year-old man named Eddie who works at an amusement park fixing the rides. One day, Eddie is killed while working and is sent to heaven where he meets 5 people from his life, some he knows, others he does not know, who each teach him a lesson about life and what his life meant on Earth. So, what's the weekly reading requirement in English 4? Well, this actually again varies by teacher and by the unit you are working on. For a rough estimate, though, for English 4, you should expect 10 to 30 pages of reading a week when reading a novel, sometimes in class and sometimes at home. You should expect to respond to the reading through reading quizzes, journal entries, class discussions and/or debates, presentations, essays, and creative projects. Okay, so let's talk about writing. What type of writing is covered in English 4? The English 4 course covers many different genres of writing and is not just focused on literary analysis. The course covers the following genres of writing: literary analysis, where you analyze how literary devices used in a novel, play, short story, or poem help to illustrate the theme of the literature being read; creative writing, where you create and write your own short stories, plays, and poems; persuasive and/or argumentative writing, where you write an essay persuading a reader of your opinion on a topic; and personal narrative writing, where you turn a personal experience of yours into a narrative-like short story. So now that we know what kind of writing is covered in English 4, what is the writing process like in the class? All major writing assignments in English 4 are worked on in class and at home, and go through a process of brainstorming, outlining, rough draft, and a final draft. Do not fear, however, because the majority of major writing assignments have rewrite options, and these options vary from teacher to teacher. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions regarding the English 4 course, please feel free to contact Mr. Daugherty at mdaugherty@seq.org.